My documentary, Women with Balls, will focus on the huge growth of women's football from 1921 to the present day. I'll be looking at why the women's game has taken so long to get any recognition. I'll be heading off to the Women's FA Cup final to see how far the women's game has come since 1921. I'll be interviewing women who played football at grassroots level and asking them what actually needs to be changed.
We used to play at school and I was never very good, but I always found it quite thrilling because it was quite fun to take on the boys.
There wasn't a girls' team. I just joined the boys' team and we just played with the boys. I didn't get a choice to play properly.
Boys aren't very supportive of girls playing football, and it's slightly unclear why.
I'm heading off to the FA Cup women's final, which will feature a lot of the women's England team who did so well in the World Cup. Not only they're playing at Wembley, but there's rumours that there'll be 30,000 tickets sold. Women football has been dealt a really harsh blow in the last 100 years, when the FA abolished women's football at its peak in 1921.
It's so sad that women's football is now in this backwater and ignored because of how they behaved.
Men felt that women were physically ill-equipped to play football.
Women's football was banned in 1921 after the war, when all the men came back and told the women to fuck off and go back to their kitchens. And it wasn't reintroduced till 1969. So we have a lot of catching up to do.
The catching up that needs to be done is for women to play at venues like Wembley and the Emirates more often. You could truly say today that women are in a league of their own.
Women in sport, improving that relationship will be so helpful for women in every other industry. It will help them. Exactly. It will help them within the family structure. It will help them within their private lives in other ways.
It's hard to believe that the annual wage of a professional female footballer is about the same as a weekly wage of a professional man.
We need incentives for women to go into football, because if it's going to be reputationally disastrous, and they're not going to earn very much money, then why would they bother? We need some female role models in football.
Yeah. Do you ever think that the women's game could ever achieve a statue like this?
Yeah, I think so. I think one day, if you look at the way football in America, or soccer in America has gone, and you could definitely get a statue of one of their women players.
I think there's a big problem at schools when people are very young, that the boys play football and wear blue and the girls play netball and wear pink. Netball's crap compared to football, and I don't understand why only boys are invited to play football.
I think the reason that that's the case is because it's not, and hasn't been for a while, the cultural norm for girls and women to engage with football in the way that boys and men do.
That really needs to change for women's football to really gather some pace. With the Lionesses' huge success in Canada, this could have a roll-on effect in England in making women feel more equal. What I have learnt from doing this documentary is that women's football is going from strength to strength, but also needs a helping hand from people like the FA.